Welcome to our YouTube video, Real Jeri, where we bring to you info on the latest development projects in Africa and the world at large. In today's video, we'll explore the Trans-African Highway project initiated by the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, UNECA, and its potential to integrate the continent through an expansive road system. Despite political obstacles, the African Continental Free Trade Agreement, AfCFTA, is rejuvenating this grand vision, offering Africa a historic opportunity to enhance trade, tourism, and growth. Before we dive into this breakthrough initiative for Africa, we want to ask you to subscribe to Real Jeri YouTube channel. Here, we bring you info on the latest development projects on the African continent and the world at large. Subscribe now and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our videos. The Trans-African Highway Network is a bold blueprint conceived to foster economic integration on the African continent. Since its inception in 1971, this captivating vision aims to create a web of 9 highways lacing the continent. Highways such as Cairo-Cape Town, Dakar, Lagos, Mombasa, and others would transform transportation, reduce road transport costs, and ignite a surge of commercial and tourism activity. This interconnected road network would provide a strong foundation for regional trade and cooperation, enabling goods and services to flow more efficiently across borders. The African Continental Free Trade Agreement, AfCFTA, heralds a pivotal shift in intra-African trade by abolishing most tariffs and non-tariff barriers. This agreement levels the playing field for producers and service providers, opening up an enormous potential market of 1.4 billion consumers and a combined GDP of $8.9 trillion. An integrated African single market of such magnitude could draw substantial investments, create jobs, and improve living conditions across the continent. However, to fully realize the benefits of AfCFTA, robust infrastructure is crucial to facilitate the movement of goods and people. While the removal of tariffs is essential, current infrastructural deficiencies hinder continental trade. High long-distance transportation costs and cumbersome border crossings impede the smooth flow of goods and services. A fully realized Trans-African Highway network could significantly mitigate these limitations, triggering a tide of trade and economic expansion. Improved road infrastructure would reduce transportation costs, shorten travel times, and enhance connectivity between regions. It would also streamline customs procedures and border controls, reducing delays and improving the efficiency of cross-border trade. The Trans-African Highway Network, although over half of its 56,863 kilometers are paved, still faces challenges with sections in poor states and others awaiting construction. To address this, an ambitious $15 billion project financed by the African Development Bank aims to transform the Lagos-Abidjan Highway Corridor into a 6-lane transnational highway. This project represents approximately 21% of the Lagos-Dakar Highway that is TAH 7, and a similar overhaul across the entire network would cost around $850 billion. Such investments in infrastructure would create jobs, stimulate economic growth, and improve the quality of life for millions of people across the continent. The cost of the Trans-African Highway Network would be shared between most countries in Africa, with international institutions and donors expected to contribute significantly. Despite the magnitude of the project, it would be a better investment than all the development aid from the world community over the past 6 decades combined. Over time, the returns would likely outweigh the expenses, as these highways would facilitate trade, nurture competition, and reduce production costs. By fostering economic integration and enabling efficient cross-border trade, the Trans-African Highway Network would bring about a more prosperous and interconnected Africa. Improved infrastructure would revitalize the tourism industry in Africa. Regional cross-border itineraries could become a standard offering for tour operators, attracting adventure tourists worldwide. Road trips across the continent, currently pursued by the most intrepid travelers, could become a coveted experience, contributing to a more diverse value proposition. With enhanced accessibility and connectivity, tourists would have the opportunity to explore the rich cultural heritage, breathtaking landscapes, and diverse wildlife that Africa has to offer. This would not only boost the tourism sector, but also create employment opportunities and promote sustainable economic growth. The Trans-African Highway Network would link 6 countries with a total population of over 470 million and a GDP of $2.2 trillion. By dismantling trade barriers, the Kenya-Darcy-Nigeria axis could drive a major upswing in intra-African trade. Kenya, in particular, would stand to gain substantial benefits from such an expansion. With the gradual removal of barriers to internal trade, Africa stands on the brink of a historic opportunity to enhance trade, tourism, and growth, potentially elevating millions out of poverty. Moreover, a more integrated and prosperous Africa would attract foreign direct investment, positioning the continent as a global economic leader. The construction of transcontinental infrastructure holds the potential to reshape the 21st century narrative of Africa. By unlocking its economic potential, the Trans-African Highway Network could position the continent as the forthcoming engine of global economic growth. With the renewed momentum from the African Continental Free Trade Agreement, AfCFTA, Africa is on the cusp of transforming trade, tourism, and growth, harnessing the power of infrastructure to integrate the continent and unlock its full potential. As countries invest in the development of the Trans-African Highway Network, they are investing in a brighter future for Africa, a future of increased connectivity, economic prosperity, and improved living standards for its people. The time for bold action and collaboration is now, as Africa paves the way toward a more interconnected and prosperous future. Together, let us embrace this transformative vision and work towards realizing the immense possibilities that lie ahead for Africa and its people. Hit the like button in case you found this video interesting. Also, do well to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. Thanks for watching.